Alright, so this is my 2 note cards for this speech, and here we go. Alright, so this speech is basically why you guys should stay in the Navy. How many people plan on staying in the Navy for a lifetime career? And how many people plan on getting the heck out as soon as possible? Okay, so mostly everybody plans on staying in. Hopefully everybody will reconsider after I enlighten you on the benefits that there are in staying in the Navy. First off, some of the benefits that the Navy has that the outside world doesn't have. Who can name a few?
Healthcare for college.
Healthcare, well, that's coming up in choice. The United States is getting healthcare. College, so they not only offer college degree, but they pay for it. Job security, that's 2 right there.
Traveling the world for free.
Well, that's a different main point. But the main benefits: paycheck 2 times a month, specialty training provided free of charge. All that you owe them is time after that, right?
Help with kids.
Yeah, I mean, they provide, so there's needless to say, there's more than 10 benefits at least right off the top of your head that you possibly need. So if those 10 don't persuade you from staying in, then let's take a look at some other things that do. It also sculpts us to become better leaders, managers, and supervisors. No matter how small the task, it could be taking out trash, sorting the recycling. Guess what? Somebody's going to be the leader on that, and they're going to be able to put that little thing on their brag sheet. And when they get out, they'll be able to benefit from that. But I was the LPO of taking out the trash from the entire hospital. If you word it right, it'll sound really good. As we move up in the ranks, we become better leaders. Obviously, you become, right whenever you become a petty officer, you get more responsibility, more authority. You become a second class, you get even more responsibility, more authority, and then obviously you become a chief, you're straight admin. And I mean, if you get out of the Navy as a chief, you could probably go right into a management position, right? So, also every workspace has the opportunity to lead. You can be an ALPO, an LPO, an LCPO, department head, directorate, goes all the way up the chain of command. So leadership being sculpted into a good leader. And if you don't think you need that in the outside world, then just get ready to be a follower out there. Thirdly, Navy is rated one of the most diverse businesses among all the Fortune 500 companies. It was actually, a poll was taken, and competing against the Fortune 500 companies, U.S. Navy earned 15 national awards in 2010 among the most diverse businesses in the world. So that being said, take a look around this little patio right here. You can see the diversity just within the 6 people. Now think about, obviously there's a bit better of an example. Think about the barracks. Think about the diversity in the barracks, right? That's just one barracks and one command on this entire base. Now think about the hospital. Think about the diversity in the hospital. What other company has this kind of diversity? Think about the diversity on this base. My goodness, not only culture, race, sex, but you've got all the different branches. And then the diversity in the entire Navy, you can't get more diverse than that. We have Koreans, we have Filipinos, Americans, Africans. Everybody is welcome. And that brings up one of my next points, is going to be that the Navy gives us the opportunity to travel. Whether you're stationed on a ship and you go from coast to coast, docking in exotic places, you get an opportunity like no other, and it's paid for. All you got to do is sacrifice your time, that's it. So just think about that the next time you think, yeah, I'm just going to get out, maybe it doesn't have too much for me. These are just some of the benefits. Can't even name all of them, there's so many. So what have we talked about? Diversity. We talked about travel opportunity, the major attributes of being a good leader and how the Navy trains us for it, and the major benefits that the Navy gets us, right? So before you say, but Hudson, what about all the negatives of the Navy, and I hate this place, and I hate being a lower enlisted? Well, think about it this way. We dock in a country, a poor country, less educated country such as Africa, for an example. Sorry if I offended anybody. So we dock over there and we say, all right, who wants to join our Navy? Because from what we know, none of you guys have a criminal record, which the average American does. None of you guys are obese, which the average American is. And none of you guys are there's no reason why none of them are not able to join. They're willing to join. The only thing they don't have is citizenship. So someone who's not a citizen is dying to sacrifice their life and their money and everything else for the Navy. And yet, at the first opportunity we get, we're willing to jump out of the Navy. So just think about it like that. You've got somebody who's not a citizen of the United States of America. And someone who was born into freedom, born with choice, born with opportunity, joins the Navy for a few benefits and then gets out. Sorry if I offend you, but that's the basic truth of it if you think about it like that. So the next time you think, yeah, I'm just ready to get out, things like that, think about all of these benefits of why you should stay in. And that's it. Thank you.